No.
Damn it!
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's office.
What was it?
The picture. Ugh, how could I forget it?
Oh yeah, we must have set it down after using the face recognition thing.
Yeah. I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the warehouse.
I want to come with you.
Me too.
Nah, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
Thrills, chills,
So then, oh, DJ! Thank you so much for the 200 bits. Welcome. I hope your weekend is going swell for you. What you been up to today? I think I saw a pop up on my phone. That you saw the picture for my poutine. Oh man, I paid to upsize it to a WoW size, so it's like the box is huge. I was only able to finish maybe half of it. Oh god. Well, that's the legal ganja. Yes, that is true. I've got several stores around me. I think if anything, if I was ever to try going into that, I'd probably go more for the edibles. The smoking part is just, eh. Despite me having had smoked cigars way back. Kind of slow, but you had lunch with a friend you haven't seen in a while. Well, that's nice. It's always great when you get to have lunch with friends that you haven't seen in a long time. I still remember my breakfast with Lance. Man, takes me back. All right. See you two later then.
Right.
Hey, Fino, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. How are you doing today?
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
I watched them jog off toward the blue door. Be careful with edibles. Well, yeah, because it's going to hit you a lot more because it's a direct concentrated thing going into you. And then you have to digest it as well. It's not going to be an instant hit. Right? So, I mean, I've read about it. I haven't had the chance to try them myself, but yes. Head hurts. Ears hurt. My goodness. What happened? Did you bump your head? And then they were gone. Eyes or everything hurt. Oh dear, Fino. I should be getting back then. Eat one and you're cool. Like I don't realize that you got the munchies with 3 more brownies. Ooh, yeah. I can see that. It was okay. Got my edible brownie. Ooh, I'm hungry and those brownies tasted so good. Are you just having a like allergy sensitivity, Vito, or? Chances are what they sell in most dispensaries outside of like county elsewhere moderate. So the easy fierce food tries. Make your own for yourself, friends. Those. Yeah, that's the thing. There is very. I've heard that the government issued stuff isn't as strong or as cheap as you can get on the streets. But at the same time, I haven't ever really tried looking on the streets, nor would I. Even the light from the phone. Gosh darn. Vito, what's wrong? What's happened? Are you drunk? Massive hangover? Stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Can Luna. Find Clover. And Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader. What the hell? Son of a bitch. And it's weak 90% of the time.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Don't drink alcohol? Alright. I hope you're going to be okay then. Maybe just some nice rest. If the phone's bothering you, don't worry about it. You can turn it off, put it off to the side if you must listen to the soothing sounds of my voice. I mean, you could always flip it over into the bed. You could just listen to it. Although you said your ears hurt. Ooh, that's a tough one then. I don't know what you could do at that point.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Because you're experienced. As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
There. Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it. You see? I can be considerate.
But Tenmayoji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
Guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick.
And they'll be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
Ooh, this guy. And one tolerance break after 7 years? Ooh, wow. I mean, that's also... You never change deal. That's... I want to smack him upside the head. I have a hard time with a cost to enjoyment ratio of things. Like for alcohol, what you're saying there, 12 to 14 a gram. I mean, to me, that's expensive for a momentary pleasurable thing, which is why I have a hard time even ordering to eat out. This poutine here, you guys have heard me talking about poutine for like at least a week and a half before I finally bought it one. And only then, because it's my birthday, I decided to splurge. The way we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigated. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. And yeah, Doc, a real gem. I mean, if he was a gem, he'd shine himself up just so he could look at himself more and look at himself in the reflection of himself. The discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. Wax. Oh, with the yeah, I think I know. Aggressive drinker, non-alcoholic, just drink heavily when it's around. Well, Nate, that also leads to increased weight gain, so you might have to cut back on that too. No, you'd be Stonehenge. Ow! Before long, 20 minutes had passed since you opened the door, and Tenmyoji and Quark were nowhere in sight. Oh.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Alcohol, only flour. That way since left college. Don't miss it all. It's... I like that when you start getting that kind of buzzed feeling. I don't like being drunk. I've never actually been drunk. My body has a stupid high metabolism. So if the couple times I've tried, I've either just sobered up stupid quick, or I've gone to I'm sick, I need to throw up. I've done that twice, and then no, it's not even worth bothering anymore. And then it just gets too expensive to try keeping it within the buzz part, so I'm like, no, forget that. I'll have maybe a social drink, and then that's about it. Just because it's too expensive for me.
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
No, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
I don't think... Okay? Oh, we got everybody starting up a band now. I'm just going to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right. See you guys later. Oh. Okay. I posted in my Discord. I'll post over here as well. Sure. Yeah, there you guys go. So, who wore it better? Pebbles or Clover? I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. Definitely Clover. Oh, just because she has that bare midriff, isn't it? I see how it is. Play bass. Some nice bass lands. I could slap some chords, but that's about. They won't sound very well. I can guarantee you that. A cross band-aid on her cheek. Shows that she knows how to handle herself. Where do these sons of guns go? Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture's gone though. Tenmyoji and Quark must have been here then. They base as well. No. I only said that phrase because it would make me sound like I play an instrument. I did choir in high school from grades 9 through 12 and some vocal jazz. But other than that, that's about it. And I did a little bit of piano in grade school. I got up to like grade 3 in piano, which is super basic, and then that's about it. I say, you play bass? Yeah, I know. That's why I had to quickly shut that down. I was like, oh no, I know DJ plays. He's going to ask me all kinds of things. No, I don't do nothing. He'll call me out for the poser that I am. I laid out the floor B map. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of the long way around. Huh, looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Ugh. Now this was a huge waste of time. Shoot, might as well head back, I suppose. I packed up the map and was headed toward the door when... Huh? There's a light on where there hadn't been a light before. Oh, that turned on! What? Why is that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. Oh dang, Phoenix coming in with that smooth happy birthday. I unfortunately do not have any shades to play along with that look. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable nauseating dread. Light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously toward it. The machine was in arm's reach now. Stretched my hand out toward it slowly, and then boom, I was teleported. What the heck is this guy?
You finally made it.
That sounds like Ace. No, you're...
I am Zero. I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. As you can see, however, this is only a recording.
Let's see, do I have an opinion? Are you talking about an opinion about your bear midriff? Or... The jacket's majestic. It is a beautiful jacket. I'm not going to lie.
I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
Ugh. Considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile and kept my bald fist at my side.
Now, where to begin?
I had a chance to use that emote.
There are many things I wish to tell you, but unfortunately, our time is limited.
No. On all the politics, just give me the opinion. Wait, am I missing messages? I don't understand. What do you mean by the politics? Last I heard, we were talking about a band. Creating a band, and now I'm confused.
As such, the information I can provide is also limited.
Termites?
I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I thought you were just commenting about random termites. I was like, yeah, termites are annoying. My house, I thought I might have had them at one point, but no, it's not. Is rudeness punishable by prison in Canada? Yeah. In Canada, we technically do not have an amendment for free speech like the US has. So yes, you can be jailed for your speech here in Canada. In which case there are people who have lost their jobs and so on because, for example, they don't want to use pronouns. So it hurts some people's feelings when pronouns aren't used. They go and get them fired. Whereas in America, so on, you have that freedom of free speech and you can't get jailed for that, although you can still get that social pressure to lose your job and all that. But in terms of jailment, fines, and so on, you can in Canada, yes. So technically, rudeness can be punishable by prison in Canada. Because it's easy to confuse Canadians, just want to make sure it's still easy. Yes. Or at least me anyways. Just I'll tell you about termites, okay?
In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say.
It's funny because you've been detained because of your speech. You've been detained, but were you charged with anything? What is there anything on your permanent record and or a fine issued?
I imagine you look rather bewildered right now.
How do I feel about the pronouns? Well, I'll say this. I don't talk about politics and stuff off myself. Nope. Because it is a big can of worms. And oh boy, it can open up a big thing in chat. And no. Saying is USA #1 forever, always. Ooh. Twitch terms of services didn't. Yes, no. Nazi ban. Goodness gracious.
Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. I suspect it hardly seems fair.
Let's talk about termites.
Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate. So I ask that you listen carefully.
Odd. You charge on your record and the police, however not jobs. Oh, interesting. Huh. That must have been some real big speech of yours then.
Have you ever seen a termite mound?
Being bad on Twitch, might as well play safe. Our free speech platform. That is kind of also the reason, Catman, is it's very easy to clip someone out of context. I do it all the time myself. And if you make that clip go viral, people don't care to click on that link to go watch the whole VOD to see the context. No, if you say something weird and outrageous in that little bit, even though it's a joke, and you laugh right after, you're like, because it was part of this big thing, it doesn't matter. You can get canceled, and this cancel culture drives me mad.
They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space.
Interesting. Special programs should not be drafted by military in the event of a draft. Hey, so silver linings, right?
So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds.
Geographic, the majestic world of termites. I know, I was like, where's Zookeeper Chris right now? I mean, this would be like, this is random facts right here. Yes, the rest because of something you said. Terrorist criminal threat? Oh dear. Oh dear, Nate. Yes, no, I would recommend that if you're arrested for it, please don't put it in chat. Last thing I want is You twitch to suddenly red flags go off in their HQ, and there's another. Nate, he said the words. He said the words. Call them. Call the FBI. Bang, bang, bang. Open up. Alas, there is no birthday cake. I had the poutine, and that is my cake and my supper. The cake consumption. You know what? Let's see. We could take a look here. I mean, if you really want a cake consumption, technically, I could always do it. Skip the dishes of some cake. Now, it's not a lie because I never said there would be cake. It's your fault for assuming a birthday would have cake. But I'm curious. Although the place nearby, cakes are generally a little on the pricier side. Man, you got like some tiramisu. That's good stuff. Cheesecakes. Ooh. Chocolate Nirvana. Torts. Carrot cake. Lemon chiffon. Pistachio mousse. Banana. Oh, then there's pies. All kinds of pies, but yes. Eat your cake. Hey, none of that. Deserve some kind. Yeah, someday. Maybe. We'll see. We're being alive another year. You see, this is the interesting thing as well. You'll go online and you hear lots of people talking about how terrible 2020 is, and there's a Reddit post about it, and it's like, yeah, I'm surprised there's even going to be a future. So it was from some other thing about Future Man coming back saying, hey, I'm Future, and this person says, hey, it's 2020, and then they just turn around, go back into the portal to go back home. But people are so damn pessimistic right now. It's ridiculous. You think that the world was ending within just a couple days with how everybody's acting about stuff. It's ridiculous.
Now, consider humans. Why are we alive?
Why are animals alive? Why is anything alive?
Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring?
I mean, we give birth and love because, you know, procreation is about continuing the species. Everything animal on the earth has a biological imperative to ensure that their species does not die off. Look, in 2019, serious thing on 2020. Lies. An antisocial and an introvert, and yet, Nate, here you are. So what is it about Twitch that allows you to break out of your introvert shell? Because I know I'm the same way. I'm very much an introvert. I'll usually stay home and everything, and it's hard for me to want to go out. Enter, folks, you kids don't bother me. Oh boy. It's because we could all just be in your mind. Anonymity one applies to most. It's true. That is true, yes.
There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA.
I'm always very curious about what would happen in the Earth if suddenly someday we can prove, or we find out, whether there is like life after death, or if there is a god, or if there isn't. Doesn't matter what you personally believe. Just keep in mind, around the world, tons of people believe one or the other. What if it's proven that it is one way versus the other? How would that change society? Now knowing, especially because, for example, in religion, so many tenets of various cultures and so on are based upon their religion. To suddenly find out that either they're correct or that they're not. If they're not, would their societies crumble? If they are, would holy wars or suddenly rage again to be like, haha, we were right, you should all fall under our sway? Or would there not need to be, because now all the people who don't believe in the gods are like, oh crap, it's real. Let me catch up on chat here. Sorry. Not antisocial, but you do love your 2 adopted cats. Animals can be very helpful. I love my dog a lot. Anxiety and trust issues. I admit it, just got arrested. Yeah, it's very different when you're talking online, Nate. I agree. Which also makes it interesting because within Twitch here, I mean, I have my cam on, so you can see, so it does make it a bit more real. So that does add a little bit something there too, though. Oops, half the populace will call it lies, the other half will thumb their noses. This is a classroom, so just they stood up and said their comment. Sat down. Gods are aliens. Could be. To immediate nuclear war and debating what god is which, or who is right in the equation. Understanding technology is true. A lot of advanced technology is so advanced that it appears to be magic. If you were to go backwards in time. I don't know if it would lead to me. I guess it depends on how it's found out, right? And what that means. There's so many more implications. Do we find out that there's a single god? Multiple gods? What if we find out one religion's correct? It's like, oh goodness. You can go on with it.
No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites.
But I'm also curious what would happen to society, I think mainly if atheism ends up being true, where there is nothing, because there's so many tenets and so much religious belief across the world, that if suddenly it's like proven without it beyond a shadow of a doubt, nope, it's all wrong. Would it just so much just crumble? It's like, okay, no afterlife, no gods, no nothing. What you're living on your earth, you're dead, you're gone. It doesn't matter. How many more people would suddenly turn to more deviancy? To being like, you already see riots in streets, people doing the looting during the riots because they just want to do the looting part. They don't care about the reasoning behind riots. So imagine if there's like, truthfully, if you can get away with something and it doesn't matter in the long run, why not? If I got super high, we wouldn't have war. That's right, you're going to have missiles just spreading fumes. Contrails. Fluoride in the water.
We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building.
Bad traffic of people stop the stop signs, waiting for turn green and longer lines up this. No longer lines, please, no. Actually, humans screw up that. It could be. You never know. No, that's true, dude. Everything didn't come just from religion. It's true. That is true. It's just large portions of the world still are heavily under sway of it. There's large parts that aren't necessarily fully separated between God and state. We'll say, to use words of old. Need to focus on Zero. I'm sorry.
Understand what we're doing.
This is Zero's fault. This is all Zero Escape's fault. It makes me think, and thinking is dangerous.
Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence.
Alex Jones, that's all you need to say, Nate.
We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty.
A lot of depression, a lot of denial, a lot of nihilism. Moral code for 20, 30, 40 years. Does it exist because of what they've tried to disprove? Bad times will ensue. Yeah. You will eventually get back to tribalism, though, at least, where it's a mutually agreed on, okay, you don't kill us, we won't kill you, this way we can live.
And you are about to catch a glimpse of it.
I think eventually society would return back to normal and how things are right now, just with a different slant to them.
Or have you already?
Everyone flipped, deciding to be happy? No. Look at today's society. That's impossible.
That's enough on that subject, I think. Consider what I've said. Now, let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and, in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you.
Oh?
It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
I'm going to pull up a notepad right now because I have a feeling I am going to need to know this for later. Stop. No. Ah, you darn mouse. Okay. Bomb 1. Okay. Would want happiness, so honestly I can see a lot. A lot of orgies. Ooh. Bomb!
Are you ready?
Come here, girl. The sad puppers wanted to come say hello. He's hanging around the door, all sad like. Alright, say hello to everyone. Hello. Nothing like a sudden bomb to spice things up. Oh, I know.
I will only say this once, so pay close attention. The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZ RGJ DXR.
I should probably write that down. Okay. Hey, Kelly, I know you're a big suck.
Allow me to guide you all
I
to the
know.
world of surprises
Hey,
on this
Bishop!
train that runs toward glory.
Thank you very much for that sub, Bishop, with that happy birthday message. Okay, I'm putting you down now, okay? Alright. We go. Go. Okay, she seems happier now. How you doing, Bishop? BQZ, RGJ, DXR. I'm putting those spaces in there as well, just in case. I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too? If he guessed at my further confusion, he showed no sign of it. Alright, kinda tired of hungry. Haven't eaten today, so order pizza. Yes, do it. I got myself a giant box of poutine and it is wonderful. Philly cheesesteak. So you got all those lovely toppings just right on top of it. All the cheese and cheese curds. Oh, baby. It was
That is
delicious.
the last of the information this message was meant to convey.
Should we eat a whole pizza? Depends on the size of the pizza. But yes, normally I know when we order a pizza, we polish it off pretty much the first go. Maybe if we order big enough, we get enough for the next day too.
Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately.
Oh.
I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Interesting. Wait. God damn it, you can't just spout all that crap and disappear. Large you can down with ease? Yes, large is probably easy. Usually we end up getting the extra large just so we have some food for the next day too. Usually upgrading to a little bit larger of a size isn't too much more. Now the real question, Bishop, is what kind of pizza are you getting? What are the toppings? Toppings? I found myself yelling at empty air. The hologram had disappeared. Kind of an idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit! Kicked out at a nearby shelf.
10 minutes
Okay.
remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Sausage and onion is your preference. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I personally like doing homemade pizzas because then I could just keep adding layers of stuff that I like, whether it be ham, salami, pepperoni, more cheese, olives. As thick of each layer as I like. Oh, it's beautiful. That gets so filling. And then the crust. Ooh, when you make yourself a good pizza crust.
All
Dang.
players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Oh, those kids. Oh, crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point staying here. I spun around and ran out of the room toward the warehouse.
Grandpa!
Yeah.
Look, Mr. Sigma's back!
Took you long enough.
Oh, I can't even ask them if they saw it either. Oh. Where are the others? Oh. Hello, Danny. How's it going? Clearly, I've unblocked you now because I can see what you've said. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bishop. Maybe I should have kept her blocked. But you know, she can be nice sometimes, right? Sometimes. You know what? Here's another one. There you go, Sheba. You get 2.
In the AB rooms.
They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you 2? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah! Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Oh? Gotta ask, you ever taken acting class? I have been in some musicals. But that's about it. Not an actual acting class.
Nothing
per
that
se.
significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round.
Which is, oh no. Oh no. Okay, no, let me clarify. I'm talking high school musicals, not actual Broadway productions. I don't want anybody getting exciting thinking they can look me up on some shows or something. No, that as in Leader of the Pack, Anne of Green Gables, Death of a Salesman. Did I say Grease? Yeah, I think those were my 4. You were in High School Musical, that's right. Zac Efron, I had to throw in some prosthetics, a little bit of extra hair back then. Oh, and then died a bit, but that totally me. Who was I in Grease? Oh gosh. It was one of the greasers. I don't remember the name of him though. And I also got to be the voice of the main Bane, Vince Fontaine, the radio jockey. Oh, those were some good times. Stranded at the drive-in, branded. Oh, I think I still have like my big leather jacket that I wore as well. That, okay.
That's it.
Oh, choose ally, okay. Growing up, my mom usually cut my hair, and eventually got to the point where she got tired of doing it, money issues and so on, so we didn't go out for barber shops and so on. So then I always had a buzz cut. Buzz cut all the time. All throughout from up into high school. Grade 9 comes along, get into the musical, get a greaser part, and then I was like, okay, I gotta grow up my hair. So I grew it out, did the whole slick back thing, and then I actually really enjoyed that hairstyle. So the rest of high school, I had that nice slick back hair the entire time. Can I go get it? Oh god. You know what? I'll be right back. Now, first things first. I know I don't got the hair for it at all now. This isn't the jacket that I wore, but it'll give a bit of an idea. Oh, it loses its thing with the damn hood and the lining. We'll do that. Or is it better with the glasses? I don't think it looks as tough with glasses. But you see, it will be great because then you can just finish shaving and get that cue ball look, so this way I do become some biker dude. But yes. Oh. Look like a Doctor Who? Oh man, I've only had a sonic screwdriver. It's a paintbrush, but you know. God. Okay, no, I can't wear it during my streams though. It is freaking hot in this house. That's so hot. Yeah, let me just quickly back up here. Let's just put aside the bomb that we wanted to start. Yeah, and we're not allowed to say anything about that bomb either. I got tired of doing it. She decided to say no more hair. At that point, I had a job, so I could actually go get my hair cut myself. You know, your life wouldn't be complete without nice. You my uncle? Oh, I see. That British game. Oh, yes, the British Shuichi. You had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out.
Ooh, a job? Job? Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP. We're already on the home stretch.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally.
Yeah, yeah.
If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
You get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you.
Oh, ha 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 ha. You know what, you saying you don't like looking at me? Come on. Come on. This is my stream. Mine. You are here to see me, not this game. No, you see me. Thank you, Sheba and Fino. I got a little excited there.
And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
I'm just going to zoom into the corner. Jeez, I can't keep anybody happy, can I? God. Oh, Nate, that's a great idea. I should just flip little tiny game in the corner and the rest of this. True, but you must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
All right, tell me one thing. Let's say we do this. I'm both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you. But I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it.
How?
I can give you my word.
I can guarantee it without a doubt. Sweet. How are you going to do that? Are you going to chain your arm up? Are you going to sit here and let me hold a knife to Quark's neck? Oh, you give me your word. Oh, well, never mind then, of course.
I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so.
I mean, if you were to break your word right here, oof, you'd surely die.
I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
Seems legit. Yeah, I know, right? It's like,
I swear too. I promise.
Man. So all you've got is a promise, huh? Thank you, Sigma, for calling them out.
When I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me.
You know, Kay was saying something along these lines as well.
Please!
And then, do you know what happened? He left.
You've gotta trust us!
Alright, fine. Bunch of Quark feel no regrets. I don't know, so something about him, he looks like he has shifty eyes. Just the way they did his eyes. They seem so shifty.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally! You promised!
With that, they turned and ran into the AB room, second from the right. A song to learn on guitar, good lord. Pick one that people don't know very much. Like, there's always some people that are like, do this song! I'd be like, no, I'm going to show you an amazing song that you don't know. This way, if I screw up, you won't know. God damn it, Sheila. I guess I should get moving. Learn, I'm a little teapot. Bing, 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 bing. Hotel California is always nice.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Tenmyoji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would bring my BP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet, but...
Please! You've gotta trust us! You've gotta choose ally! You promised!
Betray? Tenmyoji, I could betray easily enough, but Quark? What the hell was I going to do?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I want to ally. But at the same time, if we look at the flowchart and be a cheat, oh goodness, they're both the same length. We'll go with the ally route first, and then we're going to betray.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Because if they
5,
lie and they leave right
4,
away, at least then,
3,
you know, maybe the ending will be a little bit quicker.
1.
And then we can get right to the betray after that.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
I said you were softy, never pays off.
Results
I know,
will
right?
be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation.
You know, Duke asked me oh so long ago, how would I do in Danganronpa? And even something like this, I would be that person that kind of holds themselves up in their room. It doesn't come out. I wouldn't trust anyone. I'd just sit there and be by myself. I'd be probably mistrusted myself as well because I refuse to interact with others, but I don't know.
Ambidex gates now opening.
You already know Hotel California? Well then, Nate, you peaked. You'd be the victim. I know, I totally would. They'd just sit there and they'd wait outside my room for me to go peek my head out to go get some food or something, and then I get murdered.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Oh yeah, tribute. Good times. So like you hold. Yeah, no, in this game you can't, but in this game you're not supposed to murder each other either, though.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
All right, what happens here? Son of a bitches. Look at them. We're going to pick ally. You can trust me. Yeah, I know. In real life, I would have picked betray anyways. But like I said, I wanted this one because they'll probably leave, and there'll be a shorter one.
Points have been assigned or subtracted.
Told me, no, I agreed with you, but I picked this route specifically because I knew they were going to pull this shit on me. That's this way it'll be done.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
So it's like everybody going to leave. Clover, are you going to go with them? Hey! What the hell, guys? Why'd you betray me?
Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Grandpa.
Alright, fine. Why'd you break your promise, Tenmyoji?
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door, even if we got 9 points.
What? So you're not going to leave?
Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look, see Clover over there?
What? Don't tell me. What about Alice? Alice didn't have the points. Oh, Clover, you cold-hearted woman.
Oh no.
She's like, I can't leave without Alice. Peace. Out she goes.
That bitch.
Wait. Quark and Tenmyoji have...
The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyoji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
Clover, are you really going to leave?
Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So Sigma, happy? I kept my promise.
That I would stab him right now.
Clover opened the door, not me.
Like hell, I'm happy. Some shady shit, Tenmyoji.
You say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
He?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah. No point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
Is he going to talk about the thing and then instantly get penalized? Oh, that would be hilarious. What? Right at the exit, too, if he died from that. Oh.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game. I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
He pressed it into my hand. You think I care? A knife in the gut, exactly.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Then he turned around toward the door, Tenmyoji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter that I even tried to stop them. before I could think of anything to say.
See you.
Goodbye.
Rip my teeth. Son of a...
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Wait, what's the letter say?
Shit! They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he had filled both pages with writing. I began to read. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he had never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess that's kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing, and I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. Oh jeez. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt then either. Can I do accents? A little bit. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Anyway, no, that's enough. Anyway, I really didn't have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I started helping Grandpa out with his work. But his job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There are plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. They show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while. He'd only go weeks when they showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. Kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd asked her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. Oh, that's interesting. Excuse me. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he'd bragged to everyone about how he had a mom. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. One day, he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he always has, and I thought, oh no, he's going to make me work here, but I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on the stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid. My legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Eventually, the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. When I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float! Welcome back, Nate. I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. There it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float. Still wasn't sure it was real at that point, then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. I already turned around and moved off, though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. Still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I'd never tasted anything like root beer before. I hear you, Nate. I'm sitting here going, The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. Felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. See that vanilla? That cream? That's a 10. A top note, yes. Been a while since I've seen that video. That's not an exaggeration, I really thought that. That root beer float was delicious. But what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he had just found me and adopted me or not. He had bought me a root beer float and bought my love. Fattening him up to sell him? Maybe. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother that never tasted root beer. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning. Some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I found to Grandpa, he frowned. I started going through each thing I'd brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I really, man, just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad, I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. Pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building. By then, I'd started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. Fun fact, super hard to find root beer in Japan. Oh, apparently it tastes similar to a common medicine they take. All country finds it tastes disgusting. If you have the classic proper root beer, yeah, it tastes totally different than the canned stuff that you get nowadays. Like original root beer. It's just like if you get iced tea here in Canada. It's totally different than the stuff you get in the States. NyQuil's disgusting, root beer's good. Hey, but I'm also a guy who likes Buckley's original. Why is that? Well, iced tea, from what I've heard in the States, is basically tea that's cold, right? That's an iced tea, you know, like the name. Whereas here, it's an actual sweetened beverage drink. If you order an iced tea, you get an actual, like, a tasty beverage. That's not iced tea. It's annoying saying because, yeah. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. Is it still cold? Yes. Well, I mean, generally it's served cold. It's served like any other soda. You can either have ice in it, it's usually cold, or you get it in the can, you can refrigerate it. Yes, sweet iced tea. It's almost like a sweet iced tea, I guess. But yeah. Kept raining all night, but he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. First, I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved. I went over anyway, and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked. I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled, and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He spent all night out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he'd collapsed. I was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. I ran to get the doctor. I promised whatever God might be listening that if they would only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Yes, Quark. If he died, woe be you, there's not having anybody left. Not the fact that he's dead. No. It reminds me of that news article, or that one article I read that all the men dying in war disproportionately affect all the women, and that it's terrible for them. When it's like going, oh wait, but the guys are dead. Isn't that a worse case? But no, anyways, I digress. The guy just taunted Sigmund, saying that the Culver opened the door, and he kept it. Yeah, no, pretty much. What's a battle? In a war. A war, Sheba, I'm sorry. Like a conflict. There, the conflicts span the smaller ones too. Oh, did I? See, now I just don't even understand anymore. Just want to know what a battle is. It's a good question. I personally imagine a battle to be a smaller scale. Much smaller scale. How small? I guess I'm used to, say, PvP games and stuff where it's like 5-on-5. A skirmish, as you will. War never changes. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man. That meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone. But maybe he'd been a little too strict. All the things I'd worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off, and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. Tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. He just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide, and he said, "Of course so, every single day." No, of course not. He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he'd had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. When he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. That's when I decided I'd stay with him forever. You learned that Quark is really Nagito? Yeah, maybe. Even if he said I couldn't. Based upon all that luck, I'd say so. Fall downstairs, whatever. Fall out of the back of a truck, all good. There's music. A black screen. Swelling. Credits! Credits! Can I skip them this time? Oh, okay, I can. Thank goodness. 7 times over, time to betray. And root beer veritas. Alright, now originally I said that I was only going to play this an hour before going on. It's been past that, but We've stopped several times, so we'll go through the betray route. Because I don't think that's fair to all of you who are here to see the Zero escape. Time to betray. Oh right, I can skip. Success. This is what you get. Do you want to betray? So we're like, why did you say betray? And I'll be like, that's right. What you get. Although just watch this time they push ally. I bet you they do this time.
Game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
There's going to be Clover leaves, but then just Clover. And I'm like, God, Sigma, why'd you do that to us? Aha! See, they did pick Betray on this one too then. Now I don't feel bad at all. Yep, Clover's still going to leave though.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what's the deal?
Quark had nothing to do with it. I entered the vote.
So why'd you choose Betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing? I don't really think this is the time for a fight, though. Look, Clover's over by the door.
What? Oh no. Yeah, she's all like, I'm gonna get my secret special agent people to come help. Not realizing that we've been frozen for 20 plus years.
The number 9 door.
Fuck, she opened it.
All the same stuff. I can't skip it.
Clover, wait!
Well, probably because Quark and them are now talking, going, yeah, stop! Clover! The hell do you think you're doing?
I'm going to call the others.
What?
I'll get justice for Alice.
Justice? Wait, do you mean... Isn't Alice still alive
The
right now, or...?
number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Time for me to go. No! Please, Clover, wait!
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here.
Dio leapt at Clover, his fists raised. Clover easily avoided him and moved toward the door.
Goodbye.
I caught one last glimpse of her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice. Because Alice being stabbed was a different path, I thought. No, it wasn't. She was stabbed here, sorry. Which makes sense why she'd be trying to go.
The number 9 door has closed.
Speaking of the Wild Dawn laugh, I've been playing Phantasmagoria again on my off time.
This ends the nonary game.
Just because I wanted to try seeing all of the scenes, because I'd missed a bunch the first time. And yeah, there's some interesting ones that I didn't see the first time around.
For your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked.
That's true, Shiva, that's true, but I'm helping someone out in Worm Online right now.
Escape is not possible.
That end is free.
Please enjoy your stay.
I'll get back to it someday, though. Actually, I'm waiting for you to catch up to me. There we go. I'm waiting for that so we can group up for dungeons. There we go. Let me know when you get to level 60. Also, don't forget to do your daily roulettes. It really helps. Well, that one was a lot quicker than I had thought. guess there's a daily roulette thingamabobber where you do like the dungeons. Lame ending. You need one more. I agree. Okay, so this one is locked. We can't do this. Let's finish up this branch here. I picked ally. Let's go betray this time. Oh wait, is this the one where she promised to do anything we wanted? I wanted if she picked betray.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be
I
displayed.
don't remember which timeline it was that she's like, "Hey there, Siggy. I'll do anything you ask, or I'll listen to anything you ask."
Please direct.
I remember she's very particular about the wording.
Results screen.
Yeah, for you to listen to. Not that she'll do, she will listen to. And considering what Tenmyoji pulled on us at the end there, that son of a...
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
So, that's how it is, huh? Promises are made to be broken, I see.
Of course, we saw the ending with them, so those words carry no weight to me. Sorry. I just couldn't bring myself to trust you.
I could have chosen betray and killed you. That was a possibility.
Yeah, after all, you did choose betray in the last round.
That was a completely different situation. Well, in any event, your idiotic paranoia has given Clover 9 BP. How do you intend to deal with that?
By making her listen to all my demands. Don't worry. She'd never try and open the...
Really? Then what's that? Look,
huh?
I believe she's standing in front of the number 9 door right now.
But what the hell? No way. Oh wow, this one's gonna be quick too. So we're getting all the Clovers of Jackass out of the way right now.
Oh, the number 9 door.
She opened it.
Shit!
Alice is alive this time. I think. Clover, what the hell are you doing?
Sorry. Alice gave me an order, though.
Oh.
Clover, you have to get out of here and call for help. My BP's down to 1. I'll have to play the AV game at least 3 more times in order to get to 9. If someone beats me to it, then we'll be trapped here forever. That can't happen. I'm giving you an order as your commanding officer. Escape.
What about the promise you made me?
Promise?
You said you listened to anything I said.
So, I am, aren't I?
Yeah, see?
I can sure hear you well enough.
See?
Every little word is reaching my ears, isn't it? What?
You.
Were you thinking of something gross? You're a perv.
Hey, come on now. On the other hand, ooh, I just can't keep you satisfied, can I?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Anyway, I did what I promised, so I'll be heading off now.
Clover!
Clover!
Fucking bitch! You're not getting out of here!
And just like before, Dio leapt towards Clover with a roar, but she danced quickly aside, dodging his punch with ease.
Bye, guys.
With a last carefree grin, she leapt through the number 9 door. So instead of a face of ice, it's carefree and happy now. Ah, itchy nose. Such a scrub. I know, they're just like...
The
he
number
thinks he's so
9
tough,
door
but...
has closed.
To be fair, they're secret. Clover's a secret agent,
This
though.
ends the nonary. Thank you. As the game is escape, please.
Yep. All that's the same.
She's gone.
Shit.
What we can do now is wait for her to call for help.
Help, huh? Let's hope there's still someone who can.
What's that supposed to mean? Then Miyoji said nothing, just shuffled off through the yellow door and out of the room. A cold silence descended on the rest of us. It was a silence that promised to remain for a very, very long time. So these endings aren't totally useless. Like the Tenmyoji one I just got. I got a bomb code that I might need at some point, I guess. Another ending, huh? Alright, last one. Last one. Ooh, and then we'll be going over to a different door until we get some kind of unlock, whatever that's going to be. Alright, I had allied over that time. Time to betray.
What did you choose, Sigma?
You didn't see me push the button?
No.
Well, you'll know in a moment. What you want to do after that is up to you. You can come with me if you want, or you can stay here. Your choice.
That's as good as saying you chose betray.
Yeah. I grinned and headed toward the display. Ooh, so evil.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Also, for those with Ps, the Tomb Raider 20-year anniversary edition's free right now. Oh, PS Plus. I was sitting there, like, Nate, did you say something gross? All with Ps and want the Tomb Raider edition for a reason.
Please direct your attention to
Damn it, Clover, what have you done to me? Sigma. Clover. Ooh, I get to escape in this one, though.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet.
Am I good there?
points.
I don't think I'm going to be good right away. They're all going to jump me for betraying Quark while he's unconscious. Like, you did what?
What did you do, Clover?
Sorry, it wasn't me.
Sigma, huh?
Yeah.
Care to explain this then?
Shame. I know. Nope. Let's get one moment here. So explain this is exactly what it looks like. Getting out of here.
What?
Are you going with him, Clover?
When they all turned to look at Clover, I made my move. Oh damn, my feet pounded across the metal floor of the warehouse as I ran for the number 9 door.
Hey, wait!
I'm not a trained killer though, so Dio's going to lay me flat, I bet. She takes off the takes off the necklace. You have to do better than shout if you wanted to stop me. It was closer, I was almost there. Took one last running leap and then K blocks me. I slammed into the wall, the unlocking device right in front of me. The yell of triumph, I threw the lever down. Yeah, but it's gotta open. The door began to open. Heavy metallic grinding noise filled the room.
Shit, that's son of a bitch actually did it?
His voice sounded almost surprised. I turned to face him. Sorry, but I know you did the same thing. In another life. It looks like this is goodbye.
Sigma.
Don't worry. I'll go to the police as soon as I get out and come back with help. I'm not going to just leave you all here to die.
Give me that shit. I know a liar when I see one.
Really? Maybe you should get your eyes checked.
Are you guys just gonna let him run off like this?
No way. I can't allow that. He took advantage of a sick kid. He's just a coward.
Agreed.
I also agree.
That's it then. Let's get him. Ready?
Yeah, he's toast.
Just leave it to us.
Hey, now don't do anything you'll regret. Door only opens once, you know. You stop me
Give
then.
it up. Charge!
Shit! I would roll underneath. I spun back around to face the door. There it was, right in front of me. Freedom. I leapt for it. Or at least I tried. Happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly my cheek was being pressed against the cold steel floor of the warehouse.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Shit, let me go! Let me go, goddammit! I could feel something huge, heavy and metal pressed against my back. Kay had to be holding me down. I flailed and kicked, but didn't do any good. What are you doing? You're just killing yourselves! The door only opens once. If I don't...
I know. Go, Clover.
Huh?
You're the only one of us with 9 BP. Nobody else can get out.
But
This is an order from your commanding officer. You are to escape from this facility. Once you've accomplished that, call for help.
that's...
Stop complaining and go. If that door closes, it's all over. None of us will get out of here alive. Leave!
The door had already begun to close. Space was narrowing quickly. It was still wide enough for a single person to make it through.
Fine, you didn't leave me much choice.
Just hoofs her through. Couldn't see what had happened, but I heard enough to guess. Alice had shoved Clover through the door. Looking up, I could see Clover's feet just beyond the doorway.
Alice!
Go! Call for help! I'm counting on you!
Alice! No! I can't!
The number this end. Thank you. As the game is escape, please.
Oof, I don't get to escape, man. Not even this ending? Boo. Oh, just a straight up game over from that. Well, shucks.